Warehouse 13. What the hell is Warehouse 13?
What the hell is Warehouse 13? What the hell is Warehouse 13?
What is it? We don't know. Actually, we do know because we're telling all of you. And are we going to introduce ourselves now?
Yeah.
Awesome. My name is Lily.
My name is Rose.
Awesome. Wait, people are going to make fucking flower jokes now.
No one's going to make flower jokes. No one better make flower jokes. What's a flower joke?
No.
Give me an example of a flower joke.
Not like a flower joke, but like...
Oh my gosh,
you know,
like foliage.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, like flowers. I'm gonna have to be like, no, fuck you. My name is based off the full Lillian. Like, I'm not Lillian, I'm just Lily, but like, Lillian is a name. It's not like a flower.
Mine's based off of Ambrose the Wizard.
See, I'm sitting next to Mr. Wizard, and I just have to be like, my name is Lily.
Well, you can make up a wizard name.
That's true.
You can be like, it's based off of Lilith.
That?
The devil.
The devil.
Is Lilith a demon? I don't know anything
in various medias, yeah. But in this media, she doesn't exist because we're talking about Warehouse 13.
Warehouse 13? What the hell is Warehouse 13?
Great segue. We're going to talk about Warehouse 13 now. Love Warehouse 13.
Love Warehouse 13.
Warehouse 13. 13 Warehouse 13. It's, wow, that's very awkward.
I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. But...
No, it's okay. It's a sci-fi show from the 2010s, which we love. And the pilot episode, we have a synopsis from the wiki. Secret Service agents Pete Latimer and Micah Baring are rewarded, quote-unquote rewarded, for exceptional work with the transfer to the top-secret Warehouse 13. They meet Artie Nielsen, with whom we love, the custodian of the mysterious warehouse who tells them about their new job. The agents are responsible for the collection and protection of every supernatural and unexplained item. Every single one. Obama's basketball. That the U.S. government has ever gathered. For their first assignment, they are sent to Iowa to investigate a possible artifact belonging to a college student who went berserk and assaulted his girlfriend while chanting an Italian incantation. My face when I chant an Italian incantation.
What a great synopsis for this episode.
It makes the most sense. Like, what else would you say?
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
There's obviously more stuff that happens. Like, should we just start from the beginning then?
Sure, we can just start from the beginning. I love the beginning.
The beginning is honestly the best part because they have some beautiful, amazing, great outfits. Show-stopping. And it basically starts with, like, a scene of Micah. She's just sort of, like, staring off into space, which I love because Micah's the best character. Kind of the best character. Kind of. It's a tough...
They're all my favorite character.
Yeah, they're all my favorite.
They're all pretty good, but Micah is a well-done character.
Micah is very well done. But she is in a museum, and she's getting ready for the president to be, like, having a little gala and what'd you say, a shindig?
A shindig.
A little shindig.
A shindig at the museum.
And it's supposed to be, like, a fancy... party.
Important detail, she's a Secret Service agent.
She is, in fact, a Secret Service agent, yes.
And it is her ambition to protect the President
of the United States of America, who we do actually get to see a little bit in this scene, which is very interesting, but not in this scene, but in a later scene. And then we go to Pete, if I remember correctly, and
yes.
He's like... How would you describe Pete in this scene? Like, when I first watched this, I was like, oh, he's the typical man character.
He's a player. I mean, he's not explicitly a player, but, like, it's clear that he is introduced and he has had sex with a woman. We know that he has had sex with a woman.
Multiple times, because he's like, I'll call you, you know? Mm-hmm. He's all about the women. He's a skirt chaser. I can't think of any other phrase besides skirt chaser. But anyway... They have the gala, and oh wait, there is a scene where, like, this gets explained later, but this guy who's, like, fixing an artifact, which we'll talk about artifacts later.
Gordon
Gordon Itanek.
I wrote his name down.
The museum guy who gets whammies.
Gets a whammy.
He scratches his finger, and then later we see he is like bloodshot eyes. His finger is still bleeding from the tiny little scratch he has on his finger, and it's crazy. Pete and Mike are there at the gala. They're having a little tiff. They don't really like each other.
They just met.
Well, I thought that they hadn't just met. I thought
maybe
that
they hadn't.
I'm not sure.
They're not well acquainted.
They're definitely not well acquainted. They're not friends. They're not basically anything at this point.
And it shows.
You didn't hear me, but I nodded. And Mr. Gordon, Mr. Whammied guy.
Yes.
He goes to attack a woman, and they have to get the president the fuck out of there because he's got a knife. And then Micah saves the day. And she has a thigh holster for her gun.
My gosh,
she's wearing this amazing little black dress number with her hair up, beautiful updo.
Good.
She really did.
And the thigh gun holster. And when she goes to get her gun out to shoot this guy, I guess, it's playing like patriotic music. Like it's playing like dun 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 dun, which is incredible.
And it, like. In the like world of it, it's probably because the president is like literally coming into the room at the moment.
Yeah.
But like we only see Micah. Like the viewer only sees Micah.
She's defending her country. She's serving.
She turned 18 in Poland or whatever the phrase is.
Turned 16 in Poland, I think.
Oh, okay. And then Pete has grabbed this like artifact that Gordon got whammied by, which is like this Aztec bloodstone thing. It's like bleeding. There's blood coming out of this stone, and it's just like a regular stone. So this is like, whoa, that's crazy. Oh my god, this is something supernatural is happening. And then this guy comes out of nowhere, this little scraggly dude with his...
Mr. Scraggly.
Mr. Scraggly.
Mr. Scraggly and his bag of wonders.
And his bag of wonders. And he takes a stone from Pete, and he does something to the stone with, like, goop or some shit, and Gordon falls down to the floor. Micah saves the day. Pete is like, oh my god, what the hell? The blood trail disappears. And then it's like, I feel like this is taking a really long explanation, but to be fair, this is the pilot.
Well, I have things to get into with the Aztec bloodstone.
Well, let's get into it. Let's get into the Aztec bloodstone.
First of all, this guy's giving Scooby-Doo villain. The way he's walking around with the bloodshot, I don't know.
Mr. Gordon is?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Mystery Inc., he's so Mystery Inc. villain. They also have a lot of, like...
It's very Monster of the Week, the show.
Well, yes, but I meant in Mystery Inc. they have a lot of, like, Spanish or, like...
Oh, yeah, like, influences.
Indigenous.
For their monsters.
Yes, for their artifacts. The way that he takes, like, a flute of champagne off the tray, downs it, and sets it down, and this waitress has the champagne waitress, she's just staring at him like...
You freak.
And I'm like, I don't know, if I were waitstaff at this event, I probably wouldn't even notice. I probably wouldn't even give a shit.
Honestly, I'd be stressed about meeting the president. No. Yeah, but the stone.
The bloodstone. Okay, so this is, like, made of real-ass stone. I looked it up. Well, I didn't look it up that much. I was reading the wiki and I kind of looked it up. I looked up pictures. It's called, like, a heliotrope or something, but it kind of has, like, red bits on it, so it kind of looks like it actually has blood.
That's interesting.
And basically, whoever touches this specific bloodstone head artifact, whoever blood touches it usually, I guess, forces them to sacrifice a virgin woman and also causes uncontrollable blood loss.
Why would it cause uncontrollable blood loss? What's the point?
I don't know.
You know what? All the artifacts are crazy, so never mind.
And the actual, like, bloodstone may have been associated with Aztec, like, in Aztec culture would have been, like, associated with blood flow. And possibly medicine. I don't know if that's 100% true, because that's information.
Wiki said?
It's what the Warehouse 13 Wiki said.
Not even like a real life...
Clearly based on real science. I googled it a little bit. I didn't see anything that didn't say that, but, you know, grain of salt. It could be.
It could be. And
it's possibly a bifurcated?
Bifurcated
artifact, because Artie has to put a thing into the head for it to...
There's, like, a little slot in the top. It's, like, a circular, and it looks like a head. Like, it has, like, a face, but there's, like, a coin slot at the top, but it's, like, it's, like, as big as a hand or whatever.
Yeah.
And he puts, like, a thing in there. Like, it's, like, to me, a red bar is, like, a key.
On the wiki, they say it's, like, oh, what do they say? It's, like, a key or something. They specifically are, like... name its shape.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. First artifact we see, and it's bifurcated, which just means
they don't like talk about that until like halfway through like season 2 or whatever.
Probably. It just means that there's more than one element of the artifact.
Yeah, it's split into 2. If he only had the key, he wouldn't be able to thing that goes in the head. He wouldn't be able to turn off the artifact.
Yeah.
And if he only had the head, he wouldn't be able to turn it off either. He needed both pieces to turn it off.
Yes.
That's basically just what bifurcated artifact means.
Yes.
But after this whole whoopsie-daisy with the president and the guy trying to kill a virgin in front of the president...
Of course.
They are...
The Mexican ambassador's daughter, even.
The Mexican ambassador's daughter, who is not named. She's just the Mexican ambassador's daughter. And we see Pete getting, like... I'm waggling my finger. He gets a finger waggling. A talking to by his boss. Because Pete is like, yo, that was freaky, bro. There was a rock, and the rock was bleeding, and there was a guy, and he took the rock. And they're all like, yeah, we need the rock back. And also, you're being suspended with pay. Which, with pay? He, like, they believe that he fully stole, like, an Aztec, like... Even if it's not, like, a magical artifact, they think it's, like, an antique piece of, like,
an ancient historical artifact.
Yeah, and so they're just, like, suspended with pay, whatever, just go home and fuck women, basically.
Would you put it past the Secret Service?
No, I would not. Let's be so for real. But then he goes home, and he's sad, and this random lady is in his apartment, not, like... I want to be, like, not like a sexy lady because the actress is probably, I wouldn't know, but probably an attractive woman. But anyway, she's supposed to be, like, an older lady. And she's like, Pete, I'm reassigning you. You're gonna go to Warehouse 13. And then we go, boom, into the North Dakota Badlands.
Of course. Well, there's a whole scene where Pete has to get to the Badlands, too, which is... Oh, important thing also from the gala is that when Pete's talking to Micah, he starts explaining his vibes.
He gets vibes, which is an important part of Pete's character.
Yes.
He's just like, something is strange, Micah. Something is not right. And she's like, I don't believe you. Quite frankly, there's nothing to... I'm reading the facts. She's a facts over feelings woman. Mm-hmm. She's a facts over feelings. And she's like, I don't believe you.
And I love how serious she is. I love how, like, she's so serious.
She really is.
And, I also wrote this down, so this must happen in the gala, where Pete just says blood and then nods his head.
Oh, he's like grabbing the stone, and he's like looking around and being like, you guys seeing this shit? And then he just takes the stone out of the room. No, for real,
because how is he the only one who's seeing this shit?
No one else is seeing this. Like, it's on a pedestal. There's like, you know, a 3 feet and like a velvet rope. You could lean over it and grab it and touch it if you wanted to, and no one's noticing that it's like fully bleeding out of the stone. Like, blood is dripping out of the stone.
You don't think the gallery managers are, like,
watching all the artifacts? Because not, like, if the president's here, people are watching the president. They're not watching the artifacts. The cultural artifacts, not the, like, magic artifacts.
Not the Warehouse 13 artifacts.
No, not the special ones.
Should we get into what artifacts are? Or should we wait till we start talking about the warehouse?
Well, the plot is very long. So we'll get to the... Like, okay, so... Pete is going to the warehouse. He's in the middle of nowhere, fucking North Dakota, South Dakota. I don't remember which Dakota it is. Badlands, Dakota. And very funny with the what's it called? The GPS.
I love the GPS.
You have missed your turn. Go back. Like, that's what she says. It's not do a U-turn at, like, the next. It's just go back.
She's got some sass.
He does, and again, they're in the middle of nowhere. There's this giant fucking building in the middle of nowhere, and that's the warehouse. That's Mr. Warehouse 13. Micah shows up. You know what? It is a woman to me, so I'm sorry for misgendering you.
Warehouse 13.
She's a woman to me. Mrs. Warehouse 13. She's married.
She's married?
She's married to Artie.
Well, that's true.
That's
she
fully
is
true.
Yeah.
Anyway, Micah shows up. Micah's like, this sucks. I got a personal recommendation. I got a handshake by the president himself. What am I doing here? And then Mr. Scraggly Man shows up, the person who stole the Aztec Bloodstone, and they're all like, what the fuck, man? But he's like, welcome to Warehouse 13. They go into Warehouse 13. He's being very, like, cryptic and just, like, silly.
And he is, oh my god, Artie's eating this shit up. Can I talk about Artie for a second?
Absolutely. Let's get into Artie. Quite frankly, he's one of the best characters. Quite frankly, there's so many best characters, let's be so for real, but
Artie's great. He, in, like, the first, like, 3 seconds that he is on screen when he shows up at the gala and only Pete sees him, I know everything I need to know about him.
And that's the truth.
Saul Rubinek is such, like, a great actor, I think.
He's very expressive as Artie. Like, there's little mannerisms and, like, little, like,
he's
quirks.
So into playing, and we have the DVDs. We're watching this on DVD, so we have, of course, the special feature of Saul Rubinek talking about the pilot himself, and he also seemed very excited about it.
This is where my
he was
character
like,
comes in.
yeah, he's if you have the opportunity to get the DVDs and watch the special features, highly recommend. And yeah, he's just like, in seconds, I'm like, okay, all right. He's in the room. His presence.
He's speaking. It's speaking volumes. In the silence, it's speaking volumes.
And he was talking about in the director's cut. The pilot that he's talking over. I forget what it's called. Commentary.
Yeah,
his
commentary.
He is talking about the actor screen test that they did when they were like auditioning for the show, and how when he did his screen test with Pete's actor. Oh, what's his name? I'm gonna look it up.
Oh.
Love it.
What's his name?
Eddie McClintock.
Oh yes, Mr. McClintock. Yes.
When he was doing his screen test with Eddie McClintock, Eddie McClintock came in and was like improving everything, and Artie was like, "What are you, Artie?" And I was like, "What are you doing? You're gonna ruin this audition for me." And I think that's great that they have that dynamic going too.
Like, fully in the screen test. Like, it was not even, like, for sure that he would get the role. And Pete was already like, fuck Pete. God damn it. Eddie was, like, just flubbing lines and doing improv and shit. I feel like, did he say that it was, like, that actually helped me get the role? Oh, no, it was with Eddie and Joanne. That they were already, like, riffing off each other in such a way that it was, like, good for the characters. Ugh. Love.
I also wrote down after Artie shows up and he's doing his shit with the goo and the artifact when he's neutralizing it. I wrote me and my freaky purple shit down.
Honestly, because what is the purple stuff? What is the purple goo? We never really find that out. I mean, like later there's like this bird that's purple.
Yeah, where does it come from?
No, we don't know where it comes from. We know what it does, like it neutralizes artifacts, but he's fully like, yeah, no, we don't know anything about this. We have a whole like gooery. Like there's a whole part of the warehouse that like, oh, we have to get into the warehouse. There's a whole part of the warehouse that's like for making the goo, but then it's like, okay, how do they do that? Okay. The warehouse. The warehouse. They're in the warehouse. There's this beautiful, amazing scene where he opens the doors and we get this just like grand view of like
the wide shot of the warehouse.
All like rows and rows and rows and rows, like almost like infinitely, like miles under this mountain because it's in a mountain because they're in the Badlands.
Bless the
CGI
CGI artists working on the show because admittedly, watching it now as a modern viewer doesn't look that good.
Oh,
no. But, I love to see it. It makes me so happy and excited every time.
It's not bad enough that I'm like, this takes me out of it. In fact, it's bad enough that I'm like, I feel the, like, energy of what they were going for in such a manner that I'm like, this enhances it, even.
This is a place that exists, and I want to be there.
And I feel like, and it's because it's like, we're so used to CGI being, like, fully real for real, that even just having, like, old CGI, we're like, oh, it's stylized, it's not real for real.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, like, shitty, but, like, in this time, it would have also been like, and I just think that this is probably the truth, but probably not very good also.
Well, and also I think it works well to the, like, steampunky
Oh,
style of the
yes.
show. Like, I think it's working.
This keyboard
for it.
was made somewhere.
in the Kyle
commentary.
Rubenek's commentary.
Oh, love.
He's talking about Artie's keyboard, and he's
talking about the whole set, really,
The
but
whole
he
set.
is talking about the keyboard where it's like gears and like typewriter type shit.
He said this keyboard was manufactured somewhere.
He just says that, like, he does a full pause and then he's like, oh, fuck, he must have been like, actually, I don't know where this was manufactured, so.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
It's a great keyboard, though.
It-
Artie's entire fucking
The
office
set
room.
design is beautiful. Like, we just talked about the CGI, but the set design also does pull so much for the, like, vibe of the warehouse.
Bless the set designers on this show. The
They're
set
so good.
design on this show is peak. It's incredible. Everything is thought out. There's so many, like, little details. There's so many things to pick out and be like, oh, what's that thing?
Like, because there's so many, like, of shots of the aisles of the warehouse where all the artifacts are stored, and you could just pause the video and look at all the, like, items on the shelves and just be like, oh, what do we think this does? What do we think that does? What do we think this does? And it's so interesting because someone had to be like, I'm gonna choose this specific item for this specific reason.
Yes.
Even if it was just, like, an aesthetic reason where I think, like, oh, I think this kettle will look really good to, like,
I was
a
gonna say,
kazoo or something,
I'll
you know?
get into the kettle when we get into the kettle, but when I was reading about it, I'll get into it when we get into the kettle.
Okay.
But some of these things, I'm like, oh, why did they assign this artifact to this historical moment? Of
Obama's
person?
basketball.
Obama's basketball, of course. Of course.
Okay. More plot. They go into the warehouse. They go into the shelves, and they're riding this
It's Thomas Edison's bioelectric stagecoach.
bioelectric stagecoach.
Which-
he said it was like a prototype for Ford to show like you
Yes.
could make mechanical vehicles or whatever, but it's like you both have to touch it in
There
order
has
for
to
it to
be
go.
3 people in order to get it to move.
And they all have to be touching like a bar because when Micah drops her hands, it stops moving. So it's like, okay, it's not people have to be on it, it's people have to be touching a specific thing, which
And
I think is so funny.
It's so slow. It's so agonizingly
Oh my
slow.
god. It's like it only gets to how do I explain this? If you are a child and you are walking, that's probably how fast it is.
I don't know, children can walk pretty fast.
Yeah, but I mean, it was only going like whatever. It doesn't matter. It was going really slow. We don't need to get into the semantics of how fast
I'd
this
say it was
artifact
more
that is
like-
on screen for one scene.
Well, a fun fact I learned on the Warehouse 13 Wikipedia about this is that Ford turned it down because oil cars would make him more money because they would have more issues.
And you know what? That is like really for real. Like that's a real life.
Well, I don't
believe
think
he
that
would do
really
that.
happened.
No,
but-
no, I believe that he would do that. If that was like the prototype that Thomas Edison, I think
Yeah.
it's Thomas Edison, like showed to him, he was like, no, let's do oil vehicles instead to make money. I believe he would do that. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what, the little touches of that in the world building, because this happens more than once with like different artifacts and like, I don't know, different places. I really for real believe it sometimes. Like not, because I know that it's not real, but like I have enough suspension of disbelief that in this world that is fully believable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like Obama's basketball.
Like Obama's basketball. We do get to see some artifacts in the shelves because they stop at a specific area for some reason. Do we actually ever find out why they fully stop? Oh, because he's turning in that bloodstone, right?
Oh,
Artie
yes.
has taken the bloodstone and he's putting it back on the shelf. I don't know how he knows where it goes.
Fun fact that I learned on the Warehouse 13.
Yes, keep going with the fun facts. I love the fun facts.
It does get moved to the Dark Vault eventually.
Oh,
which
okay.
We'll get to the Dark Vault when we get to the Dark Vault, but
They have different areas in the warehouse. They have like, you know, this from this era, this type
Yeah.
of, because they have a whole Christmas
they
aisle.
have a weapons room.
They have a weapons room.
A while.
They have like, I bet they have, like, an Egypt area, they have, like, a Greece area, they have a whole bunch of different areas.
Well, they have a full pyramid in the warehouse. Do they show that in the...
They definitely show that.
Okay.
They because there's, like, planes hanging in the air over the original beautiful shot of, like, the whole warehouse. And we see various, like, blimps and, like, planes and, like, air vehicles and machines and whatever. And then we see giant fucking pyramid in the middle of the warehouse. Like, it's a big pyramid. So if you can imagine what, like, the pyramids are sized, imagine a giant warehouse containing that. Because it only takes up, like, half of the warehouse.
This
like,
warehouse
height-wise.
has to be pretty big.
It's very large, in fact. Our characters are at the shelves.
Dude, Artie's fully fucking with them when he's giving them their little tour. He's having the time of his life.
Well, to be fair, he's probably been alone in there for, like, very long.
I was gonna say, other than Lena, who we will get to, he's alone.
It's him and Lena. And the mysterious woman, who we will also get into, because she comes back later in the episode.
Of course.
And while Artie is putting away the bloodstone, Pete's like, oh, this is so awesome. And Micah's like, this is stupid. Like, I don't believe that. Artifacts aren't real. Magic isn't real. Hashtag facts. Hashtag feminism. Hashtag smarts. Or whatever.
And that's great, Micah. I love you for it. You are in, like, the infinite fucking warehouse right now.
Literally, you just were in, like, a vehicle that's fully run on, like, electricity powered by, like, literal humans. Like human...
I would argue that's like, the most, like, realistic.
Obviously, yeah, but, like, it fully stopped when she took it. Obviously, she probably is not, like, she was just like, whatever, it has battery or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, we get to a point where, like, she fully cannot believe that this happened because, we are, as the audience, we're watching, Artie. And then he's like, Pete, oh my god, clear your mind right now. And she's like, that won't be hard. Which is one of the best jokes in the whole episode. And he's holding this kettle. And he's like, oh my god, I did not pick that up. Like, this is so crazy. And Artie's like, just give me the kettle. He goes off, he gets like a fucking dumpster-sized, like, bucket of goo. And he's like, Pete, just put it in here. Clear your mind, don't think of anything.
He says, Pete, don't touch.
He's
already saying Pete don't touch.
Because that happened. Pete's a toucher. That's a weird phrase.
Well, he kind of is.
You know what? He kind of is a toucher, but anyway.
Did you say a skirt chaser?
He's a skirt chaser. He's a ladies' man. What was I talking about?
He's a toucher.
And it's like, Artie's describing, like, kind of what it does, but not in full, but he's like, it grants wishes, and then Micah grabs it, and she's like, I have a wish, and then poof, a ferret comes out of the pot. Like, fully a ferret comes out of the pot. They call it a weasel, but it's obviously a ferret.
Yeah.
And Micah's like, that was in there, that was already in there, and Pete's like, no, it fucking wasn't. That is a magic ferret. She gets to keep the ferret. They put the kettle in the goo, they leave, grabs the ferret. You were going to talk about the kettle. The kettle is very interesting, apparently.
It's Howard Carter's coffee pot.
Well, it's not even a kettle.
It's not even a kettle. On the wiki it says it's Howard Carter's coffee pot.
Interesting. It doesn't make tea, it makes exclusively coffee.
They don't talk a lot about... Okay, so first of all, do you even know who Howard Carter is? Because I didn't.
No.
He's a British archaeologist and Egyptologist who discovered in...
quote-unquote
discovered the intact tomb of 14th century BC pharaoh...
Tutankhamun?
Yes, Tutankhamun. And it grants wishes, impossible wishes produce a ferret. Did you talk about Micah's wish? Micah's wish?
Oh, I did not. She was just like, a ferret came out.
Her wish is to leave the warehouse.
Which is an impossible wish?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see now. Why would it be an impossible wish? We'll get to why it's an impossible wish.
I have a question, though. How... And I couldn't find anything about this. Why is this kettle a coffee pot, and why is it Howard Carter's coffee pot?
Yeah, because usually... Okay, not always, but typically... The artifact represents something that happened to the person, or, like, a special event, or, like, and it has, like, its powers reference, like, what the person, or like, okay, for example, what's her name? Madonna? Not Madonna.
Not Madonna.
Blonde woman.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe's hairbrush turns your hair blonde because she's like a very known for being a blonde.
Yes.
And fucking P.T. Barnum's juggling balls make you drunk and make you happy because it's a circus. People are going to drink and be happy, right?
Thomas Edison's goggles or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Because he's a scientist.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that. But then we get to artifacts like this where it's like random fucking item, random fucking like power.
How, like, what even, because I don't know how the wish thing relates to it. I don't know how the coffee pot thing relates to Howard Carter.
Because it's not even like Tutankhamun's coffee pot.
No.
It's the guy who found,
It's
quote-unquote found Tutankhamun's, like, grave site.
Yeah.
So how does his coffee pot grant wishes? And also, we don't get to see what happens when, like, a wish is granted.
No.
So that would just be interesting. But
yeah.
we get a beautiful ferret out of it that she names. It's like Nibbles or something. I don't know. I don't
really remember what it said, but I know also on the wiki it was talking about the original plans for the kettle. No, It was still going to be Howard Carter's coffee pot, but it was going to do something slightly different, like regarding wishes and stuff. So
okay, well that would be because I had it in my head for some reason that I think that there in Chinese mythology there's like this kettle that grants wishes, so that's what I thought it was. I thought it was like related to Chinese mythology.
Wouldn't that have been smarter?
Wouldn't that have been smarter? Who the fuck is Howard Carter? I've never heard of that man in my life. If he was walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing.
He's probably dead now.
He's definitely dead.
He's definitely dead.
Anyway.
He probably caused a lot of harm too, but, you know.
Yes. After they put the pot back on the shelf, and they take the ferret out of the warehouse, they go, and I believe Artie tells them that they have like a place that they're staying. It's this B&B in the middle of town, and they get to the B&B, and there's this mysterious, sexy woman.
You forgot about the milk and cookies of it all.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Artie. I forgot about the milk and cookies. In every single scene. In almost, like, every single scene. Well, the first time when he's, like, welcoming them in, they're kind of like, I don't know if I really want to go in there. And then Artie's like, I have milk and cookies. And Pete's immediately like, ooh, let me get some milk and cookies.
So Micah leaves. Micah goes back outside. She's trying to get on the phone with her Secret Service boss.
Back when they get out of the warehouse. They haven't gone to the town nearby yet. She's just outside.
She's just outside.
You were saying.
And Artie is like, here's some milk and cookies, Pete. And they're talking about the warehouse. They show like a picture of Artie when he was an agent or something. And Artie's like holding this glass of milk. And he's fully like tapping the picture frame with his glass of milk.
He has an open hand. He could tap it with his finger. He's choosing to tap it with the glass of milk. He's a bit silly.
Drives me nuts. And then him going outside to offer Micah some milk and cookies. She's standing on this massive pile of cow shit.
She doesn't know it's cow shit. She thinks it's like dirt.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the cow. There's just a cow?
Well, that's because the cow is not in any other episode. It's only in this first episode. And in the commentary, Saul Rubinek is like, and we thought it was just funny that it was like, there's no possible way that this cow can make that amount of poop. Like, that was the entire joke. And it, like, honestly, it went over my head the first time I watched it. I was like, oh, there's a cow. Oh, there's a giant pile of cow poop. Okay, that's really funny. Cows poop. But then it was like, that was a lot of poop. Like, it's a giant amount of poop. It's like 2 cars tall.
It's pretty big.
It's a lot of poop. She climbed all the way up that to get a signal. Because she's talking to her boss, and she's trying to get a transfer out of Warehouse 13. He's like, I don't know. I'm looking at the transfer order right now, and it's just by this woman. And she's apparently, like, from the 50s. And Micah's like, no, the woman we talked to is, like, only 50, you know? She's very young.
And he says...
it must be, like, her daughter or something, her granddaughter.
He says our favorite line. What the hell is
a Warehouse 13? First episode, I love you.
I wrote his name down. Oh, his name's Dickinson.
Dickinson.
Yes.
He is kind of slay. I'm glad you wrote that down. He really does kind of, he comes on the screen, he kind of slays. Well, there's another scene with him later that's way more interesting, but he's kind of, He's kind of sliding.
He's better than I remember the first time watching the show.
Yeah.
The first time I watched the show, I was like, whatever. He's a guy and he's here. And this time I was like, okay,
Okay, Dickinson. Okay, Dickinson Slay. Okay,
But I love that Artie's just standing there with the milk and cookies, like...
he wants to make... He made those cookies. Those are... He makes cookies all the time. Like, we see in other episodes, he's making cookies. There are always cookies in the warehouse. Like, because he makes them.
Now that you mention that, there's cookies in, like, every episode. Pete's always eating a damn cookie.
Pete is always eating a damn cookie, and you know what? It's Artie's cookie.
He eats multiple cookies in this episode alone.
Wait, that's true because there's a bakery. Okay. And at the bed and breakfast the next morning, he's eating a cookie.
Oh my gosh, cookie fiend. That's his thing, I guess.
He's a food fiend too.
He eats cookies. And then I was also just like, I was thinking, oh, sorry. I think it's great that Pete and Micah are such, like, obviously they're, like, opposites, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Pete's so chill and Micah so, like, has a stick up her ass. But, like, they have completely different backgrounds, but they're in, other than being Secret Service agents, they made it to the same place, and they like, have to be there, and they're doing the same thing.
And they're partners now. And
I just think that's great.
It's so great. Oh, there's this amazing, beautiful episode about their friendship that I love that we'll get to.
Oh, yeah.
Their friendship to me is, like, one of, like, actually the most important part of the entire show. Absolutely the most 100%. Important part. But before we get to that, they still fucking hate each other. When they get to the B&B, Micah goes into her room, and she's like shut down. She's like, I am not supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be with the President of the United States of America because I'm protecting him because I am a Secret Service member, and I am the Secret Service member. I should be to the right hand of the fucking President of the United States of goddamn America. And Pete is checking out the sexy, mysterious lady whose name is Lena, who we love. Lena is great. They choose their rooms. I think that, oh my god, I totally forgot to mention, Micah has a little stowaway in her bag from the warehouse.
Oh,
when they were having that little kerfuffle with the ferret and the kettle artifact going off, a wallet falls into her bag, and she do they explain it right now?
Artie and Lena talk about it in the episode, and I think it shows, like, a name card for the wallet.
Well, oh shit, they have that amazing conversation at night. Because they stay at the bed and breakfast. Like, that is, instead of having, like, a hotel or a house or even living in the warehouse, they live in this bed and breakfast. Mm-hmm. Love the bed and breakfast.
Love the bed and breakfast.
Very great scene. We get to see, like, the whole room as a set for, like, just this episode, basically. Very well done. Very well done. Immediately gives bed and breakfast. Immediately gives cozy. Mm-hmm. And like I said, these set designers are popping their fucking pussies making these sets.
Yes.
The entire bed and breakfast is gorgeous, and it reads bed and breakfast immediately.
All the plants, even. Like I can perfectly visualize it in my mind.
If we could visit the set, if we could visit the house that they filmed, I would.
We should find it. It's probably in, like, Canada somewhere, but...
Yeah. Oh, he said where they shot it, but I can't remember now. We'd have to check the commentary again, or, like, just look at the wiki.
Yes, we'll have to confer with the sources.
Absolutely. We'll have to confer. We'll have to scry for the information. And then Pete and Micah go to bed, and neither of them can sleep. So they get up a bit later, and they go downstairs into the, like, sitting room, ? It's like a living room, but there's, like, a door to the outside. Beautiful scene. I can imagine the fireflies. I can imagine it being a little bit chilly, breezy, nighttime.
Pete has on this little, like, college zip-up hoodie, and I'm not afraid to say it. He's kind of a cutie patootie here.
I believe you. He kind of gives cutie patootie. In all the episodes, like, we could talk about their beautiful, amazing, show-stopping, never before seen, never seen again. Because they are never seen again, actually. They're amazing Secret Service outfits. And Micah sort of keeps the same style, but she doesn't wear this amazing, beautiful, like, black suit, like, perfectly pressed white shirt. And she looks great. Pete's black suit at the gala. The costuming also popping their pussies.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever did the costumes.
And for Artie, too, Artie's whole get up with, like, his coat and, like...
It gives all the characters so much character, really. It gives all of them so much character. Let's be for real. Let's be so for real.
They have so much character. You know, I saw someone wearing... I don't even remember where this was or who this was.
Mm-hmm.
But we were watching TV or something, and there was a character, and I was like, oh my god, she's wearing, like, an outfit Lena would wear. She's dressed just like Lena.
And it's just like a dress with a cardigan.
That's true. It's just like a dress with a cardigan.
But it's so cemented in our minds now that, like, if I saw a man with, like, basketball shorts on and a Dartmouth hoodie that was slightly unzipped, I'd be like, oh my god.
This is Pete
It's
Latimer.
Pete Latimer. Oh my god, I love Pete Latimer. They're talking about their family. It has to be that they're talking about...
Well, Micah talks about, like, being... Yeah, Micah talks about her background, like her growing up in the bookshop, probably.
And, it bearing Anne's sons. He just, her dad just wanted it to sound classy because she only has a sister. And I think that that's hilarious. I think her dad is really fucking funny.
Her dad is kind of funny.
And then, Micah asks about Pete's dad. Oh, because they're talking about his vibes.
Yes.
Talking about Pete's dad, who is a fireman, actually. And in the episode, we see that he carries around, like, kind of an old-school metal fireman's badge, which, amazing, beautiful piece of storytelling there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And he kind of stays silent. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's fine. It's just, you know, kind of, you know, just a bit of a sensitive subject because he's literally dead. And he died when Pete was a kid, but old enough where he still, like, knew him and cared about his dad and stuff like that. And so this is just kind of a really good bonding scene. They have amazing fucking friendship bonding scenes that I love.
They're really good at writing natural dialogue in this show.
It sounded incredibly natural. In the car, the scene where they're driving to the B&B in, like, the streets of the town, like, that is something that I would say. Yeah. That is something that you would say. Yeah. That is something that anyone would say.
A conversation that we could have.
In the next scene, we get our first ping. And ping is a phrase that they're going to use in every single episode. It just means that, hey, we got a bit of an interesting, like...
energy reading.
Yeah, energy reading, or just like, hey, we read the news and, like, this was strange. We think it's an artifact. We're going to have you guys go and check it out. So they go to Seaver City, Iowa, which does not exist. And they go to... What is it? Southern Iowa University. Which is also not real. But they use fully, like, real places and, like, real
stuff all the time.
Maybe
it's just because it was the pilot.
That's true. Maybe they were like, oh, we don't know if we want to do, like, real places and real people.
Maybe it's just because Iowa's so small that we were like, well... What if they were like, what if the show gets really big and then everybody wants to go to, like, frickin' Des Moines, Iowa?
Which I would love.
Or, like,
oh my god, if we had a cute little Warehouse 13 where it was, like, shot in Des Moines, Iowa, which the episode wasn't shot in Des Moines, Iowa. He said it was shot in, like, Seattle, but...
Like the Star Trek, the Riverside Star Trek statues.
Yes, because Kirk is born in Iowa. Oh my god, we have the first episode of Warehouse 13 being in Iowa. Love
Incredible.
Iowa. Oh my
Love
god.
Iowa.
Corn.
Resident
Thank you,
Iowa
corn.
Accent. Thank you, corn. You know what? I was driving out by the cornfields the other day, and I could, like, smell the sweet corn.
Oh my god, I can't wait for sweet corn.
Oh
I can't
god.
wait. Okay.
I need to buy some after work someday.
They don't have sweet corn. They didn't have any sweet corn in the episode.
Well, I guess we don't know what time of year it is.
That's true, but it was, like, summerish, springish.
Well, no, because school's in session.
That's true. That's true. So maybe it's a little past sweet corn season.
Or a little before sweet corn season.
Well, school starts in August because it was college.
I was gonna say.
So it's late August.
But it could be the end of the year, because what if they're having, like, a spring play?
True. Wait, that's true. We're getting into the semantics of the fucking corn season and why they didn't have any corn in Seaver City, Iowa. That doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Southern Iowa
University. Ugh, love. Okay.
That.
They meet... because of the ping, it was this guy, as we said in the synopsis, this guy was...
Cody Thomas.
Cody Thomas was attacking his girlfriend and saying an Italian phrase, and they were like, oh, that's strange, we need to go check that out. So they go, and before they go, Artie gives them a packet of, like, questions to ask him. He's like, don't fucking mess this up, because those questions saved my life. Saved my fucking life. So we're like, this is serious. This is so serious.
And
but Micah is like, I don't believe this. This isn't real. Magic isn't real. She's still like, magic isn't real.
He gives them the goop.
The goop, they get a goop canister as well. Oh, we have to talk about the items. They get a Farnsworth, which is just like...
Oh my gosh. Love the Farnsworth.
Created by Philo Farnsworth, the inventor of the TV. It's just like a phone, like FaceTime, basically.
Yeah.
But it's radio, and it's like encrypted or some shit.
And it's like steampunk.
It's two-way. Well, technically it's three-way because there is 3 Farnsworth, but the other person doesn't really call. Miss Mysterious Woman doesn't call. I feel like I should have said her name. What's her name?
Mrs. Frederick.
Mrs. Frederick. Yes, you were trying really hard not to say Mrs. Frederickson.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I wrote down exactly one note, and it's just about her assistant. Love her glasses and cases.
She's got great glasses. Again, another great, like, fashion woman in the show. Great job. Fashion people on the show. Love you.
Costuming.
Keep going. Costuming, yes. Keep doing the sleigh.
Keep doing the sleigh.
Okay. A Farnsworth. They get a beautiful Farnsworth, which we love. Very iconic. And then they also get a Tesla, which is like an electric phaser type gun where it shoots electricity at someone. And they obviously go unconscious. It's a non-lethal, completely non-lethal. And
it's basically a stun gun.
It's basically a stun gun, but it's long range and also like a gun.
And also, Artie specifically goes out of his way to be like, this causes like a temporary little memory loss of like, just a little bit before they were shot with the Tesla.
Like, we can assume it's maybe like max 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not very long, but it's enough that like if you zap someone and they woke up, they'd be like, what's happening? And you'd be like, it was mushrooms.
I could be wrong.
If you were trying to, like, hide the fact of artifacts.
I could be wrong, but I don't know if the memory thing ever comes up again with the Tesla.
I think it does sometimes. Well, it's mostly so that it's like, hey, we don't have to wonder why this person remembers.
Yeah.
Like a crazy artifact situation happening.
Mm-hmm.
We get those beautiful items. We get this packet of questions. They go to see Cody. Cody is still in the police station, and he is interviewing with Pete and Micah.
Micah's like, fuck these questions. I don't want to.
Well, because the first question is very serious. Like, if you look up, do you feel the sensation of falling? Like, every time you look up, do you feel the sensation of falling? Which is, like, the first interesting question. And then the second question is, do you have unexplained senses of smell that smells like fudge? And she's like, okay, so basically, fuck this.
Yeah.
So basically, you're stupid. Like, this, what are you doing? This is stupid. And then he gets a vibe. Because they're like, okay, we're done with the questions. We're going to do it our own way. We're gonna just ask him questions about, like, why did you attack your girlfriend? Like, and Pete gets a vibe. And Pete is like, oh my god, Micah, we need to get down. Cody flips the table, like, kind of inhumanly strong, flips the table. And
is speaking Italian.
In speaking Italian, which is also very important, because he was speaking Italian when he attacked his girlfriend. And so they obviously leave the room. And Micah is now kind of like, Pete, how did you know that was going to happen? And he's like, I told you, I have vibes.
He always pauses before he says, he goes, I get vibes.
He always does pause. Even later when vibes are already explained, when he's like, I got a vibe, you know?
I can't wait to get into fucking Pete's vibes in relation to, like, the other shit.
It's so good. It never, and this is very good writing, it never feels like a Deus Ex Machina. Mm-hmm. It feels like, okay, genuinely, he probably would get a vibe about that, you know? Because it's usually like, bad thing is gonna happen. Not good thing is gonna happen. Bad thing is gonna happen. And that's how he saved Micah. And Micah is like, how did you know that was gonna happen? And again, he's like, I got 5. And so they're like, okay, well, what do we do now since we can't talk to Cody because he kind of freaked the fuck out? Wait. His godmother comes in, doesn't she?
At the police station, yes, his godmother lawyer.
She's a lawyer, but she's also his godmother.
Yes. Which is, yeah. And she is basically like, I didn't even write anything down
She's
for
just
this.
like
They're
an
just
old
like,
woman.
She's just like a kind of older woman, and they're like,
She
okay.
looks good.
She looked great.
She looks
She's
great.
a little, she gives them a little bit of sass, if you will.
A little bit of like, don't talk to Cody when I'm not present because he needs a lawyer.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Yes. I swear to God I, like, wrote down her name or something.
Well, it's a different last name than Cody.
Yeah.
And we'll just call her the godmother for now.
Just call her the godmother. The godmother.
The godmother.
Of all time.
Okay, so, she... Oh, yeah, she's like, don't talk to Cody. And then they're like, okay, well, what else can we do then if we can't talk to Cody? And they're like, oh, we can go see someone who knows Italian to figure out what this Italian phrase he was saying means. And so they're like, where do we go? Where do we go? There's apparently a fucking Italian professor
An
at
Italian
the fucking Southern
professional.
Iowa University.
I mean, I don't know how many Italian specifically professors
like high
there
Renaissance Italian professor.
like specifically, like
Yeah.
that's his entire thing that he does and teaches, and yeah.
Oh, I feel like, okay, it seemed to me like the school was a bit of a theater school or like an arts school. A little bit, so I understand that he would probably be there for like art history stuff, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's just that like he's an Italian expert.
Yeah, he knows.
He says
he knows old Renaissance Italian, but also old high Renaissance Italian, which is like the fancy.
He says
upper class.
I'm a Renaissance scholar.
He's fully on it. He's fully on it because they get to him.
Professor Ed Marzotto.
Marzotto. They go to him. He says, "Hi, my name's Professor Ed Marzotto." And they're like, "Can you translate this for us?" And what is it? What is the phrase? It's like if you knew the reasons for my fear, you'd understand my pain, or something like that.
Yes, I think
like
that's exactly the quote that they say. I'm pretty sure.
I may know a little bit about Warehouse 13. I may know just a little bit about Warehouse 13. But, they're like, ooh, that's a bit scary. They call Artie. They're like, Artie, this is the phrase. No, wait, that happens later, doesn't it?
I think maybe.
So they go and they get the Italian.
Yes.
And they're like, well, this is kind of a bit of a dead end because Marzotto also tells them, like, yeah, I didn't really know the girlfriend or Cody. I just know Italian.
And he also is like, yeah, no, I haven't been to Italy in like 8 years or some shit. I don't remember what he says.
Because they're looking for like, they know that they're looking for like an old item of some kind. So they're like, oh, they're naturally like they don't say this, but they're kind of like, oh, well, the Italian Renaissance was a while ago. Maybe it's an Italian Renaissance item, but they don't find anything. So they're like, okay, who can we talk to now? They're like, the girlfriend. We'll go see the girlfriend. So they go to the girlfriend's work because she clocks in for work.
Yes, at the bakery.
Late, apparently, for some reason. And she, honestly...
Emily Kruger.
Miss Emily, shows up to work, tiny ass bruise on her face. Like, tiny.
Not to minimize the...
Yeah, no, I'm sure she got beat up, but, like, at the same time, could the artist have not, like, give her a busted lip or something?
Well, I mean, yeah, and...
They didn't have to go full black eye. They could have made the bruises. They could have given her, like, neck bruises where he was, like, choking her or something.
The way...
There was no other wounds on her.
That they talk about, I guess, domestic violence in this episode.
Very strange.
Is odd. 'Cause, like...
They kind of brush past it a lot. They're never like, girl, you need to leave him. He beat the shit out of you. They're kind of just like, we need to figure out this mystery.
Well,
I don't care about domestic violence.
Also, yeah, they're kind of, they do just brush over it. They're just kind of like, okay, whatever, so we beat up. Like, I'm pretty sure Pete even says that. Pete's like, okay, so we beat up his girlfriend. It's like, hey, guys.
Like, obviously, in that scene, it seemed to me that he was being like, okay, people beat up their girlfriends all the time, but you shouldn't be saying that as a man.
No, and this is
It's a
like...
little misogynistic.
This is like the first episode, too, so I'm like... I don't know, it just seems a little like... a weird way to bring it up in this show. Like...
Yeah.
And they definitely, like, I don't know, just the way that even, like, the dialogue with Emily is written, I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, she
was just beat up by her boyfriend, and you're trying to be like, hey girl, we need to know everything about what happened when he beat you up.
Yeah.
That's a little strange. Because in other episodes and other seasons, they play with, like, real-world themes and talk about, like, you know... I can't think of a specific example, but, like, stuff like, like alcoholism.
Mm-hmm.
And they play with stuff, obviously, like grief. They play with grief a lot.
And they treat it with the gravity that it deserves.
But in this episode, like, kind of one of the only episodes we get about, like, domestic violence is, like, kind of just brushed over. And I get that it's the pilot, but also... this episode can play with more serious themes, and that to be, like, a turning point for the show.
They definitely... Not that it has to be, like, an out-after-school special moment where it's like, hey guys, domestic violence is bad.
Domestic violence is wrong.
We know it's wrong. But, I don't know. The way they handled it seemed a little
strange.
Strange to me, yeah.
A little strange. They talk to her... She doesn't really give them any information. She's just basically like, yeah, Italian. He was speaking Italian.
I gotta go get ready for the school play or something.
Yeah, I gotta go get ready for the school play.
She's in the school play. That's important.
Yes, she's a theater major. Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love. And so they're kind of out of leads now. And what happens is they kind of split up a little. Well, they go to an amazing ice cream parlor. And
Pete gets a cookie at some point.
Pete steals a cookie from the bakery.
Oh, right. And he's walking away munching it.
He's walking away because they don't split up yet. Because Pete's munching the cookie. And as they're walking down the street, a ambulance passes by, lights blaring.
Well, we neglected to mention the phone call that Micah had.
Well, isn't that after? Because they were talking about... because Marzotto.
Oh, maybe yes. Okay. Yes, they see an ambulance.
We might be mixing up a small bit of the plot points, but to be fair, this plot point and the phone call plot point could probably be switched and it'd be totally fine. But anyway.
Yeah.
They see a ambulance blaring and lights, and Pete gets a vibe immediately. He, like, drops the cookie and he starts running after the ambulance, and Mike's like, oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Like, he just ran off and he didn't even say anything. And we see, Mr. Marzotto. This happens before the ambulance, obviously. He is chanting in Italian. He's chanting the phrase in Italian. Mm-hmm. And he is at a gas station. He turns the gas pump on. He, like, douses himself with gasoline. He sets himself on fire. Which is like, oh my god. That's crazy for this show, because in later episodes, they don't get into, like, kind of gory shit like that.
I mean, sometimes they do, but it's not like this, because...
it's cartoon violence, basically.
Yeah. They show his, like...
he's like fully on fire. Yeah.
They show his fully burnt corpse for a few minutes, or a few seconds, after. And I'm like, whoa.
That's crazy.
That's kind of... even for this show, it's a little... it's extreme.
It's extreme.
Intense.
Because... and I get it that this is the first episode, and they maybe didn't want to do that with the whole show, with, like, a whole bunch more violence, like, to that level. But it's definitely jarring because we're so used to seeing the majority of the show and then going back and watching the pilot and being like, oh my god, he's fully on fire and we fully get to see his fully charred body.
Yeah.
For a while, like, the whole scene.
They only show it, like, an actual close-up for a couple seconds, but I'm still like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Because that doesn't really happen in any of the other episodes. But anyway, Pete and Micah get to... unfortunately, Marzotto's now dead body, and they're talking to the sheriff there, who's like, and hey, you came into this place, Cody fucking flipped the table. He's crazy now, they're not like he's crazy, but they're like that was weird. And then also this guy dies. You need to get the fuck out of our town, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Micah's like, what does she say? Put your guns away, ladies. Put your guns away, or something like that.
I don't know, something like that.
It was a good phrase from her. Love, feminism incarnate. Micah mirroring.
Oh right,
and that. The charred body is very important to Pete.
Because his dad, a firefighter, died in a fire.
And, that's the badge he has around his neck, the old-timey, like, metal badge. It's his dad's badge. And he explains in a later scene, like, yeah, that was the only time where I didn't trust my vibe. When I thought that my dad would die and I didn't tell him, and then he died. And it's definitely, like, a very touching moment between him and Micah, being like, Micah, please trust my vibes because I'm afraid for you.
And there's this scene later where they're searching his office, and I don't know if it's Peter Micah who starts this, but, like, one of them's like, oh, he remembered to put the cap back on his pen or something, and Micah goes, hey, at least he died happy, and Pete's like, don't say that, that's not funny.
That's not funny because, like, literally my dad died burning to death.
And now this guy has burned to death in front of her.
Not in front of us, but, like, just now, like 5 minutes ago.
It seems like he's taking it a little more seriously. And I also think that's a really interesting moment between them, since, like, Micah's usually, like, the serious one. He's, like, the goofy one. He's like, hey, don't, like, somebody fucking died. Don't joke about this.
Yeah. But before that, they, go to, like, an ice cream parlor, and Micah calls... Oh, no, this is before, because they were like, hey, Marzotto lied. Okay, Micah...
She calls her Secret Service contact person who does all the searching for her, I guess.
On the internet searching.
Yeah. And is like... hey, what do you know about this guy? Can you give me info about this guy? And she's
Marzotto.
like, yeah, Marzotto. And her contact's like, okay, he went to Italy like a few weeks ago, something, blah, blah, blah. And then the phone call
changes.
And it's a man's voice, and he says, hey, bunny.
Which is such a phrase to say out loud, but it's very serious in the show.
Yes.
Like, she drops the phone in shock. She's fully like, I should not be hearing this right now. Like, it was scary. It was shocking.
It was scary. It's a scary
She was appalled.
moment.
It was scary.
And she walks out to Pete, and she's like, hey, Pete, heard something on the phone that I definitely, like...
should not have heard.
Impossible for me to have heard that.
Yeah.
And should we get into it about Harry Houdini's wallet?
Yes.
So, the artifact that slipped into Micah's pocket, went back to the warehouse with her, is Harry Houdini's wallet, which
has chironic powers. I remember the word chironic because it was such an interesting word. But it can basically, like, bring a manifestation of a dead person that was close to you?
Yes, it summons the dead into the material world. And I guess it... can just move on its own. Like, that's one of its artifact abilities, is it can just go to, like, move around if it's not neutralized.
It was very strange because it seemed like they were rattling the shelf a little at the time, but then it fully, like, rattled itself into her bag?
Yeah.
Question mark?
And then, at some point in the episode, Artie and Lena are at the B&B, and Lena's like, hey, Artie, I found this wallet.
Stowaway in her bag.
And they're like, oh, uh-oh. And then it doesn't really go anywhere with that, but we know something happened with this wallet.
And we know something happened with this guy who's like, hey, bunny.
We know this...
Which is a cute pet name, but
not
that cute.
You know what? Actually,
not that cute.
Hot take, I think it's weird. I think it's weird every time he calls her bunny.
I think it's cute because it's the 2010s.
Well,
because if someone tried to say that to me, well, obviously someone won't try to say that to me, but, like, if I was in that situation where I was like, you know, that's cutesy, I probably would be like, that's cutesy, and not be like, that's fucking strange, don't call me bunny.
The character Sam, Micah's, yes. They don't, do they say in this episode what their, like, relationship is? Because I know they don't say what happened. We just know that this is somebody from Micah's past who is probably dead.
And he's calling her hey bunny, so we can probably reasonably assume that they were, like, together, like...
Yes. You don't usually just call people Bunny.
Yeah. So we can fully say that they're not like siblings. They're not siblings. They're not related in any way other than through sex, probably. I assume. Yeah. Anyway, Micah fucks. I'll
She
come out
does.
and say it.
She does. Hey, she
Fully.
does.
We'll get into the later episode. I don't care.
And this is the first moment where we kind of see like Micah's PTSD manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this is so interesting
Because she's so like controlled as well.
And we'll get into it with the scene that happens after this with the wallet, but she and you can see that she's such a controlled person. So she hates this so much that
because it's like something that she could never anticipate and control to some degree. Because like if you know you can anticipate something, you can be like, okay, I know how to react to this. Because it's so out of the realm of possibility for her, she's immediately like, this is not good. This is not good.
And she goes and talks to Pete. And she's like, "Hey, I'm like hearing things, I'm seeing things that aren't there."
Which would be a scary conversation to have.
Yes. And he's like, "Hey, it's okay." And she's like, you're gonna, what does she say? You're gonna recommend I go to like...
Are you gonna give me a psyche eval?
Are you gonna recommend me a psyche eval?
Yeah.
You're gonna do that, aren't you? And he's like, no.
No, we're partners, we need to trust each other.
Yes.
Because they just also had a conversation about Pete's vibes and how he's like, Micah, you need to listen to me when I say I have a vibe about something because this is like so serious to me. And it was the like complete opposite for them in DC with the president and Micah not believing and the whole fucking bad shit that happened there. And then now when they're getting more friendly and they're partners now,
and he's like,
they're having this heart to heart.
And he's like, Micah, you probably have PTSD.
Yeah, maybe it's the PTSD talking.
Maybe you should look into that.
Maybe you should. What happens after this?
The Marzano thing happens, and then they go...
Yes, Marzano dies.
To search his office.
Yes.
And they find this book.
Well, Micah is so book-pilled. We know she grew up in a bookstore.
Yes.
She knows her books. She looks at because there's a giant fucking wall of books. She's like, it's out of order. She finds the book. This, like, old book. And
we see Marzano earlier in the episode messing around with the book. It's a hollow book. There was something inside of it. It's not there anymore, and it has Italian text in it, I think. It probably has, like, the passage.
It has the exact phrase, because when they first originally told him about the phrase to get it translated for him, he goes over to the book, he opens the book, and it's the exact phrase on this old-ass, like, Italian book, and he's like, uh-oh, this is not good.
No, me and my totally not. He's an evil book.
Yeah. It's really funny, too, when they're both, like, gingerly opening the book, and Pete goes to say the phrase, and Micah's like, don't do it. Just in case. Just in case. Yes. And they open the book a little more, and it's actually, like, a secret compartment for, like, a rectangular-ish item. They don't know exactly what it is. So they know, okay, we're probably looking for something that's, like, a small rectangular item. I don't know, like, what size I should say. Like, 5 inches. It's a smallish item. So they at least now know what they're looking for. Probably. Yes.
And then Miss Godmother Lawyer comes in, and she's like, hey, guys,
I feel like her name's Sonia or something. What is her name?
Why don't we just look it up?
Fuck it, man. Why don't we just look it up? She's kind of an important character in this episode. But
I don't know why I didn't write it down.
It's not Jane.
No, it might be. It's...
Okay. Read all of them.
Oh, it's Lorna. It's Lorna Soliday.
Lorna Soliday.
Yes.
Which is such a strange name.
I like
it. It's cute, but Soliday is... I'm sorry, did that say quotable quotes on it?
Yes.
We should come back to this.
Their quote section says quotable quotes.
Okay. Miss Lorna Soliday, the lawyer godmother, comes in. And she's like, you should not be in here. This is private property. You're trespassing. You don't have a warrant. Get the fuck out. But then they're like, hey, Marzano just died. We were kind of just looking through stuff, because we wanted to know. Maybe something bad happened. She kind of immediately is like, yeah, no. It's so sad. I don't know exactly what she says, but she reveals more information.
Yes, she reveals more information. She's like, we need to go get Emily. We need to go... serve justice and, like, take down Emily because she's evil and she's sucking the soul out of my godson or something.
Well, that happens when they're in the car. Because they get in the car because they're going to go find Emily.
She already has a hint of it. She's already, like, we already know that she's... Yeah, a little strange. Against Emily. And I'm like, I know this is literally their first case, but they don't clock this as a little strange.
They don't... Because in the first scene where they met her, she was kind of just like a normal, regular old woman, lawyer even. She was doing very lawyerly stuff. She was being like, you fucking cops don't talk to my godson. I love my godson. We're like the only family we have, okay? And also, I fucking hate cops. Which is a normal response. And then later, she's kind of being like, actually, this is really sad that Marzotto died, and also I hate that Emily woman. Maybe that Emily woman killed Marzotto. And they're kind of just being like, yeah, I believe this is totally normal.
She's like, let's go talk to Emily.
And they get in a car, and they go driving to the college, I think, because Emily's in the, play, because they're going to go to the play.
She's in the play.
Or they're going to talk to her before the play. But anyway, they're in the car. Lorna's talking. She's kind of talking normal. And then she starts getting weirder and weirder and weirder and being like, fuck that Emily bitch. She's taking my godson away from me. I fucking love, in a incestual way. I felt it was incestual. And I know that there was a godmother.
It was definitely weird.
It was definitely a weird situation. But it was love in that it was like,
obsessive.
Obsessive definitely, but not in a like protective, motherly way, and in a definitely strange manner. She was saying it, and also very evil sounding. And then also she starts to speak Italian, and Pete is sitting in the back seat, which I think is hilarious because why wouldn't you have her in the back seat?
Literally,
she's in the passenger seat. Pete sees that she's got this hair comb clip. It's not a clip, but it's like...
It's a comb.
It's a comb, but it's like a decorative comb. It's a decorative comb. And he opens the book because they took the book with them that had the secret compartment in it, and he's like looking at the book and he's looking at the comb and he's like, hey, Micah. And then Lorna, speaking Italian, grabs the wheel and crashes the car.
Yes. This car crash stunt is great.
A beautiful car crash stunt. We were watching all the Fast and Furious. We know a little something about car crash stunts.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Very good in this.
Rubenek was talking about it. He was like, oh, this is a wonderful car crash stunt. I have to agree.
It felt very real.
It felt very real.
And also, a level of violence that we don't usually see in the other episodes and the other seasons. Very, very cool and interesting. Definitely a little bit of whiplash.
Saul Rubenek goes... He says in the thing... It's quite shocking in a whimsical show. He loves to call the show whimsical.
And you know what? The show is very whimsical.
It is whimsical, yeah.
And it is quite shocking. And it is.
And then we get the scene where we see Micah wake up in the hospital and Mr. what's his name?
Oh, Dickinson.
Dickinson is there. And he's like,
hey, Micah.
Hey, Micah, someone's here to see you. And she goes, the president?
Well, she actually asks for Pete first. She's like, is Pete awake? Yes. And Dickinson is like, not yet. He's still in a coma or whatever. He's still asleep or something. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, he's like, hey, we have a visitor for you.
Micah goes, the president?
I wish it was the president. Why the fuck would the president be in Cedar City, Iowa to come see Micah in the hospital?
No, for real. Wouldn't that
But you know what? Let her have her moment.
And then this guy shows up, who, frankly, he looks so scary in this.
He's a very white man.
Whenever he shows up in this show, he's kind of terrifying.
He's a little scary.
And he's scary here. His name's Sam. And he is like, hey, bunny. What does he say?
He says, hey, bunny.
He says, hey, bunny so many times in this show, and I hate it every time.
She's kind of responding with, like, Sam, how are you here? Like, I thought you were dead. And he's like, Bunny, you have to wake up now. Bunny. And he starts bleeding, right?
She says, she's like, I was too slow. And he goes,
no, Bunny, I was too fast.
Yes. And she's like, you can't be here, you're dead. And I think that's so great that, like, I feel like this is just because Micah as a character is in this situation where she's like, she's so like to the point about everything. She's so serious. She's so like facts, facts not fiction.
Yeah.
She's like, you're dead. I know you're dead.
Yeah.
I cannot. She won't even like live in the fantasy for a moment. She's like, no,
you're dead.
You're dead.
Which is, it adds so much to her character, but it also adds to the like feeling of the scene. It's a great scene. Beautiful scene. Love the scene.
And then there's this incredible transition where she, like, gasps and, like, wakes up in the real world on the ground after the car crash.
The, like, vision fades away.
Yes, her, like, mask. No, she takes her air mask off.
Which is not there in real life, so she felt like it was there.
Yes. Ugh. Oh my gosh. It's actually great. Like, it's really good.
The car crash. Also a very bloody car crash. She's got blood all over her, but only in, like, the sexy woman way, if you know what I mean, where they'll have, like, a little scratch on their face, and not, like, fully blood. But then we turn to fucking Pete, because she's in, what is it? He's in the crash. He's in the car. I can't think of the word car.
I dropped my fidget toy.
Had to look for the fidget toy. He's in the car. Micah is going into the car to get Pete out of the car.
And she's shaking him. He definitely has a concussion.
Oh, fully.
And she is shaking him.
He probably has a neck injury. Let's not get it twisted. Anyway. Drags him out of the car. Lorna is gone. Lorna has disappeared. She's not in the car. There's, like, no blood trail or anything. She's just gone. She's poof, disappeared. And Pete, it's like one of the first things he says. He's like, hey, get the book, and then also if you find a fireman's badge in there, it belongs to me. And this is a very interesting scene, because this is also way more gore than ever in the show, where the fireman's badge has been, like, lodged in his side. Like,
yes,
it was like there's a cut in his side where the fireman's badge is lodged, and he's like, oh, I found it, and he takes it out.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh.
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh.
I think it's so cool. I think it's a great scene. Ugh.
They do it quite well. And then they have this little talk afterwards, and I firmly believe that these two characters are cosmically entwined. Like,
absolutely.
I love to see it. I love it when they're beefing. I love it when they're, like,
best friends.
Yes, after the car crash.
Fucking amazing episode about their friendship, like, fully about their friendship.
I can't wait to get to it.
Oh my god, and it's so good. Multiple episodes about their friendship.
Yes.
It's like a point of the show for them to be like, and Pete and Micah are partners. They are together. They are cosmically entwined.
Yes.
It's beautiful and amazing.
And they're like, oh, we need to go find Lorna, and Pete's like, I'm not sure how to stop an Italian cougar.
That's a quotable quote.
Sure.
There's so many great quotable quotes, much like "What the hell is Warehouse 13?" There's at least one quotable quote in each episode.
Oh yeah, in each scene, frankly. They're funny. They're funny on this show.
First of all, quotable quotes don't necessarily have to be, like, funny.
No.
Many quotes that are, like, extremely serious and, like, you know, beautiful works of writing from these writers. Okay. There is a bit of a B-plot happening right now with Artie.
Yes.
Where they had called Artie before and been like, Artie, this is the phrase in Italian and this is the phrase in English. Can you find any references to this so we can maybe figure out what the fuck we're looking for? And Artie's like, I got you. I'm going to go through all my papers and I'm going to throw them around, but I'm still going to use the computer. He's such a silly guy.
So
he finds
silly.
information. Oh my god, we didn't talk about the beautiful
the
ziplining scene.
Oh, the zipline. Yes, I have it. I have a whole section for it. He gets on the because the warehouse has a zip line, of course, because it's so big, and
it's giant.
Gets on the zip line, and it's such a process for him to, like, get on this zip line.
Because first we have this beautiful map. He has to find where he has to get.
Despite there being an entire computerized system, he has a physical paper map of the warehouse that he can scroll on the wall, and it's great. And he goes down the zip line, and he gets to, there's this big painting of Lucrezia Borgia?
Lucretia Borgia, I think, is how they say it in the show.
Okay, Lucretia Borgia. And he's like, oh, the things she's talking about that you told me about, it sounds like this lady who had a comb.
But he forgot his Farnsworth.
Yes.
So he had to drag it. That was part of the B-plot. It was supposed to be, like, an interjection of, like, funny moments. Because he had to drag the entire, like, giant... I mean, it was as big as him.
It's
almost.
a pretty big painting.
It was a large painting. He
Panel
had to
of wood.
drag it all the way back to his, like, office, which is all the way at the front of the warehouse, and he's probably, like, way fucking far back there. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, he had to take the zip.
Yeah. But I'm surprised he can't take the zip line back. Because the warehouse is, like, fully, literally magic.
Yeah. Why can't you take the zip line? Whatever.
Plot holes.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe they didn't think this through.
Oh my god. In the pilot?
The very serious zip line in the pilot.
There's this, oh my god, I think of it every time I think of the zip line. His helmet is like comically on top of his head. He's not wearing the helmet. It's comically just like
oh my gosh.
resting on the top of his head. Ugh. Okay.
It's ridiculous.
We get to,
well, there's also when he's calling them on the Farnsworth, he does this every time he calls them on the Farnsworth. He goes, okay, I'll call you back. And then he goes to research. And, like, cuts them off, and it's great, and I love it every time.
It's the best part about the Farnsworth calls, in my opinion, because after a while, they kind of just understand. They're kind of just like, yeah, we know already.
So all of this leads us up to the penultimate happenings of
the ultimate. Because it wouldn't be pentultimate, because that's before the ultimate.
Oh.
It would just be the ultimate.
Okay, the ultimate... yes.
The climax of
the episode.
Yeah.
The after party of the play. So there was a play. This play went on. This play happened.
Yeah.
Which I just love, that they had a whole school production of a play before all of this goes down. And this is the after party of the play. And they're like, okay, we're gonna go there because we know that Emily's gonna be there and we know that
Miss Evil Lorna,
Lorna, yes,
with the evil comb is gonna be there because she hates.
Yes.
What's her name? Oh my god, Emily.
Yes,
okay.
Emily. As resident Iowa and even Iowa college professionals, I hate to say this. This is an inaccurate representation of racial diversity yet.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Frankly, I wish that was not the case.
Absolutely. Oh my god. Just go ahead.
That's all. I was just like, oh, and they should do better for sure. Like,
for sure, absolutely. This is great that they're giving representation in the extras.
No, for real. I'm
all for it.
I wouldn't want them to do it any other way.
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad they did it this way. It's just, yeah. It was just these people have never been
to Iowa.
Also, if hypothetically a Southern Iowa university too.
Yeah.
Also, frankly, in general, wouldn't be this big of a town. Like, the town they show in this episode, I'm like, alright, you guys. Sure.
This is Iowa. This is Iowa. Let's not get it twisted. We can talk about how Lorna comes in, and she hypnotizes Emily, basically. And Emily's just kind of like standing there hypnotized. Cody's been hypnotized, basically, by the comb.
And then she holds the comb up,
there's fire.
Some insane
special
effects on this.
Yeah, yes.
Scene.
If you can, if it reminds me of the scene of Indiana Jones with the, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they open the Ark and, like, the souls fly into the Ark. That is kind of what happens when she holds up the comb in front of the fire. People's, like, glowing energy souls, get sucked into the comb. And they all get hypnotized. Like, they're all standing there, and Lorna's plan is basically to throw Emily into the fire and have her die so that she can have Cody, which is strange, obviously, but our beautiful, amazing heroes get there, and they're like, we need a plan. And Micah is the plan girl.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Pete is not the plan girl, but plan girl, he kind of, well, Pete's like, let me take the lead on this one. You flank, and I'm gonna go in and, like, distract her. So he goes through this crowd of people. They all part.
This is my favorite scene in the entire episode, where Pete has to walk through this crowd of Southern Iowa college kids.
He's such a silly guy.
He's such, like, a goofy... I wrote this down somewhere. I was like, oh, Pete, he's giving, like, cool dad or, like, hippie teacher.
He's kind of doing the, like, finger guns. He would do finger guns.
He would do finger guns.
He's kind of smiling and waving. He's a little silly guy. He's being a little silly guy. He goes up to the stage where hypnotized Cody, and evil Lorna is. And Lorna's still holding the comb. And what does it, drop the comb thing?
Yeah, Micah goes, drop the comb thing.
Because, Pete has he gets attacked by Cody.
Yes.
And Cody kind of destroys him, I'm not gonna lie. Pete's kind of out. Micah shows up to flank, gets shot with the Tesla, and is knocked out.
Well, doesn't Pete have to shoot her with the Tesla for some reason? Isn't it like she gets hypnotized?
Hypnotized by the comb, and she holds, because she's holding a regular gun, she's holding the gun to her head now because she's getting hypnotized by evil Lorna. And he's like, oh my god, no, I cannot let Micah die, my new BFF. So he shoots her with the Tesla, she falls over, unconscious. Tesla doesn't work. Tesla needs a recharge for, like, I don't know. It needs a recharge, so he can't use it again. He doesn't have a regular gun. And all seems lost.
He's on the ground. And then Micah makes the world's fastest recovery and just gets up and gets back into the battle. She takes down Lorna. And
there's this cute moment where, like, Pete's like, and I knew to take all the bullets out of the gun, because Cody picks up Micah's gun and is holding the gun to Pete, and Pete's like,
if there's no bullets in there, why'd he even shoot Micah?
That is such a great question. Wait a minute.
Maybe he wasn't willing to risk it. Maybe he was like, there's some weird artifact magic going on here.
And I believe it.
She could, like, generate a bullet or something.
And actually kill herself. We wouldn't want to take that chance.
No.
We wouldn't want to. They save the day, they get the comb, they put the comb in the goop. Not little known. Very obvious fact about the goop. If you put something in the goop, it's gonna spark. It's gonna make a little whoosh.
And the more dangerous the artifact is,
or the more powerful it is.
Which usually equates to more dangerous.
Absolutely.
It'll blow up.
It'll blow up. So they put in the goop,
explosion.
And a light comes out, and all the soul energy,
whatever that is
goes back into the people. And I don't think that they, like, fall over or anything. They kind of just stand there and, like, oh, what the hell happened? So now they have to do, like, damage control for all these people in Seaver City, Iowa.
Like, what?
And tell them, like, hey, because, like, and all the time, we don't really talk about, like, hey, we need to give these people information about what happened, but not say that it was an artifact, right?
Yeah. You guys got so drunk at this after-play party. Which, like, there
were special effects that you didn't think would be there, and you were all so drunk. They don't have a Men in Black, like, zoo laser thing.
I'm no expert on college theater happenings. This is a huge after-party. Also, like, is this, like, the stage that they did the play on? Because they're, like, at the stage.
It's an outdoor stage with a fire in the front.
Yes.
Like, it's fully across the entire stage of, like...
Do we know what play they were doing?
They said it's a Machiavelli play. Oh. But I'm sure we can find the, like, poster or something, because I'm pretty sure they show the poster.
Now I'm curious. I need to know.
But it's also, like, an Italian play, kind of. And it was, like, earlier, they were, like, positing the idea that maybe Emily was evil and got Cody to beat her up so that she could get money from Cody and, like, sue. That obviously is not the truth.
We didn't even talk about the situation with Marzano and Emily. That
he knew Emily.
He knew Emily, yes.
Because he was part of the play because it was a Machiavelli Italian play, and he's the Italian teacher.
Yes,
at the school.
I think it's at least implied that they were, like, in some kind of relationship, or at least that's what Lorna says. Lorna's like, oh, she would, like, Pete and Micah are kind of discussing it, and Lorna's like, oh, yeah, no, for sure, like,
They had a relationship of some kind. I didn't personally think it was, like, a teacher-student romance, sexual relationship.
I didn't pick that up, but we know that they were in cahoots.
They were in cahoots with each other.
And
they knew each other.
She does.
And Marzotto lies.
She mind controls him, and that's why he sets himself on fire. There's a scene where she's, like, holding the comb up and mind controls him, and because he's like, I don't really want to do this. Isn't he like, I don't really want to do this?
Yeah, he was like, we need to give the comb back. This is the FBI people. No, Secret Service people came in and they were like, hey, this thing might be dangerous. Or he's like, I think that they think this might be dangerous, so we need to give it back. Like, you need to give it back to me, and we need to go back to Italy and return this shit. And obviously, she's controlled by Lucretia Borgia's spirit or some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Archie talks about, like, what the, like, because the magic here is science we don't understand, right? This all has, like, a science, quote-unquote science reason for why all these artifacts work that we just don't understand yet.
Some knowledge about Lucrezia Borgia's comb. It was created by an unidentified Renaissance alchemist.
We don't know.
So this is the other thing, they kind of talk later about how the artifacts come to be, and so sometimes it's just something happens to create an artifact, but then there's stuff like this where it's like it was
specifically created
by an alchemist, and it channels the spirit of Lucrezia Borgia into the wearer. Also, was reading this on the wiki, I guess the portrait of her in the warehouse, the painting, is alive?
What?
Yes, I guess it, like, moves in between, like, scenes or something. I'm gonna look
Wait,
at this because
I didn't notice that it moved at all. I thought it was the exact same, like, pose and everything.
No.
Because what kind of you know what, that's kind of freaky. Also, the episode is basically done at this point. But anyway, because they defeated the big bad, they snag it, bag it, tag it, which is their phrase, which we're gonna say a lot.
Yes.
Love snag it, bag it, tag it.
Love snag it, bag it.
Because they have to get the item, they have to bag the item, and then they tagged it at the warehouse. Yeah, phrase Renaissance roofie. What does that mean? Renaissance roofie?
Because
is she using it to, like, get men?
Yes, that's her thing. Is that she,
like, in real life?
Yes, it is. Well, the person who typically gets, I guess, the most controlled by the comb, I guess, is a middle-aged ruling class woman connected to young man she believes needs her protection. That's what it says, but she was cast as, like, a femme fatale, I guess, historically.
Right.
And
I did read, like, on a wiki of some kind. I'm not sure if it was the Warehouse 13 or when I just looked up Lucretia Borgia.
Yeah.
That they were like, this is, like, one of the first femme fatale we have in media, you know.
I'm looking at this portrait of her right now.
She looks kind of good.
She looks great. She's kind of certain.
Not cool trying to kill Emily, though.
That wasn't her.
Sucks.
That was Miss Lorna Soledad. Well, I guess it was her.
It was her.
Soul imbued into the comb, imbued into Lorna Soledad.
Through some alchemist bullshit, messing with the fucking gems on the comb and fucking quartz resonance, and we'll get into quartz resonance.
No, because
Love like, that episode.
Because she didn't use the comb as the artifact. The artifact was made after she...
Really?
I think that's what this is... because it transmits the mindset, is what it says, via the crystals and ionized metal of the comb.
Metal.
It uses the phonetic trigger, obviously.
Okay,
That's
so it actually does have a phonetic trigger.
Yes, it does have the phonetic trigger.
I didn't, that's not said in the episode, so that's good to know.
Yes, that's how that works.
Okay.
It's supposed to mimic her quote deep yearning to be loved, I guess.
Okay.
It alters the brain chemistry to brainwash people. Yes. And then people will keep saying the phonetic trigger if they're brainwashed. Where's the part about I'm gonna
painting.
Find it. I'm gonna find the part about the painting.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about the end of the episode.
Yes.
They get the item. They go back to middle of nowhere bumfuck, North/South Dakota. I'm pretty sure it's North Dakota.
It's North
right?
Dakota.
It's
well,
North Dakota.
wait, no, is it?
Right? Wait, we don't know.
What don't we know? Wait, no, I wrote it down because I was like, why is the warehouse
in the middle of nowhere? Because there's
the middle of nowhere, South Dakota. Because maybe this is spoilers, but later in the show, there's a reason it's called Warehouse 13. There's other warehouses that aren't
like through time
in America, and they're in pretty populated places and places that have always been very populated.
We know of like Warehouse 1, Warehouse 4, and like Warehouse 12. And all of them are in like almost capital cities or almost capital cities. Warehouse 12 is in London, like fully in London, like
in the middle of London.
In the middle of London, like it's like underground or whatever. Because where else are you gonna put a shitload of fucking items, right? You can't put it in like Big Ben or whatever. That's not enough space. But also, the first warehouse is like literally Alexandria, Egypt. Like the burning of the Library of Alexandria was like the destruction of Warehouse 1.
There.
A lot of people in Alexandria because it was also like the first college or something like that. It was like a place of knowledge, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people would go there. And then in Warehouse 4, it's like Brussels or something.
One of them's in China?
Or no, one of them is in China.
Yeah. Or wait, or was that...
I think was in China.
Okay.
It might be... Okay, like,
you know what? We'll come back to this thought later.
When we get to the fucking...
But why is this in the middle of nowhere? Because, like... There's places, there are cities in America that are, like, right next to big-ass open areas that people have not developed for one reason or another because it's either big-ass mountains, fucking desert, fucking empty-ass forest, plains, whatever. Like, it didn't need to be New York. It didn't need to be Washington, D.C. But it could have been, like, Seattle. And I'm happy it's in South Dakota. I think it's hilarious.
Yes.
Like, I think it's great. But, like, logistically speaking. Well, and we know, I don't know if they ever talk about this that much in the show, so I don't think this is really spoilers, but we know that the people behind Warehouse 13, when they had to move from Warehouse 12 to Warehouse 13, is, like, Thomas Edison and, like, some other people, but, like, I think a couple of them are, like, British people, and I'm like, why would they choose
middle of nowhere
Dakota to build? Also, it's, like, what we would consider, like, a modern warehouse. It's not like
a wood shack.
No.
It's got metal and concrete,
and it's
mostly metal and concrete.
Warehouse shaped.
Yeah, if you can picture a warehouse, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like a house. And it looks like a warehouse.
Let's say like the warehouse magically manifests itself. Even it still wouldn't. Like, why? Anyways, it's like the Goop. We don't know. Why would we know?
We don't have any answers for it. There's a lot, and in the first episode, thank God, we get a lot of answers for shit, but sometimes we never get answers for literally anything, and sometimes they're like main parts of the fucking world building, like what the fuck is the Goop? Why the fuck is the warehouse where it is? But you know what? It's fine. It's cute. It's
we don't need to know, but it does raise some questions.
The episode ends after they get the item. They go back to the middle of bumfuck nowhere, as I said, and Micah gets a call, and the call is from Dickinson, and Dickinson is in the room with Miss Frederick. Miss Frederick, the mysterious woman who can, like, teleport, which I didn't mention earlier, but she can teleport. She fully can teleport, which is not necessary information for a lot of the time. It's just something she does.
It's just something she does.
They never mention her teleporting. They're just like, oh, and she disappeared. Oh, such a Mrs. Frederick thing to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dickinson is talking to Mike on the phone, and Dickinson is like, hey, I got that transfer that you wanted. You can come back to D.C. And she's like, okay. And he's like, the only thing is, Pete has to stay. And she's like, how long do I have to think about this? And he's like, 5 more seconds. She closes the phone because it's a flip phone. This is the 2010s. They don't have iPhones yet. She closes the phone. 2009. It's 2009.
It could have been filmed in 2008 even.
That's true. They probably had an iPhone, but they don't have iPhones because they're not.
It's
like,
not commonplace.
It's not the demographic. Yeah, it's not commonplace. She closes the phone.
They don't even
ends.
have the Chevy Trailblazer yet.
No, they don't. Oh, Prius.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to get into the Prius.
The ending scene is very beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
Closes the phone, black screen, Warehouse 13 title card, ending credits song plays.
No, the ending scene is Pete picking up the football.
Oh, you're right!
We didn't even talk about the football.
The football, there's so many artifacts in this episode, literally just because it's the first episode.
There's quite a few.
Apparently the cow.
Well, the cow's not an artifact.
Well, then how else does it have a giant amount of shit?
You're right, it is an artifact. Well, the infinite poop cow.
I'm obsessed with, like, the like, idea that magical, like, items can be, in fact, real living things, like a cow or a person.
Yes.
Love that. My original character for Warehouse 13 is, in fact, a human woman. Well, she's not a human, but she's a woman. She's alive. She can walk around and talk, but that's maybe for later, because this is episode 1. We ended on a beautiful shot of Pete throwing a beautiful football that can go around the world.
A beautiful football.
It's not an ugly football.
No, it's not.
Beautiful's such a great adjective.
Beautimus.
Hey, Artemis? Beautimus?
Oh my gosh, Artemis. I can't wait for Pete to start giving everybody nicknames.
Oh!
Also, I love that Pete right away is already calling Micah, and Micah refuses to call him Pete. She's like, Latimer.
And she keeps doing this, like, in the later episodes, she'll usually go between Pete and Latimer, just because, I don't know, I guess it's her thing.
I love it. That's one of my favorite, like, one of my favorite, like, tropes of anything, is when a character, like, refuses to use, like, someone's first name or something, and then they finally accidentally do it, and the other character's like, oh, you did it, you said my name!
You say the line, Bart! I can't wait until they start calling her Mikes. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
We can't. Oh my god, we haven't gotten to the introduction of the best character yet. This is only episode 1.
This is only
the
episode
pilot.
1. There's gonna be more episodes.
There's gonna be so much more.
Watch even.
There's gonna be more character development. There's gonna be more plot development because there's an overarching plot over the whole season.
And it's gonna get worse.
And it's gonna get worse. It'll get better, and then it'll get worse again, and then it'll get really bad. But it'll be fun.
It'll be in the trenches, but they bring it back mostly
They
a little
bring
bit.
it back?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I just remembered an amazing plot point that I'll have to tell you later. Oh,
I can't wait. I can't wait to get to all the plot points.
Oh my god, I was talking to my mom today about some later characters in some later actors in the later seasons, and how they will get, like, very famous actors, like, very famous. Yeah. And the guy from Buffy, what's his name? Spike. James Marsden or whatever his name.
He's in this?
He is.
Wait, I don't even remember.
He's in like the last season.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to spoil it, so never mind.
You tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you off the podcast.
Off the record.
Off the record?
Off the rec.
But we can just touch on, like, you know, because Micah's PTSD doesn't super come up that much in this episode. It comes up more in later episodes.
Yes.
And especially when they revisit, like, the event.
I think they planted the seeds of it.
They planted the seeds, yeah.
And with the wallet even.
And, yeah.
Because, like, and that's such an interesting concept to me, of that, like, we already know that she already has PTSD, right?
Yes.
That's a whole other thing that she's already suffering from. And then...
And it feels like even in the first scene when she's staring out into space, being like she doesn't have a partner right now because her last one died.
Yes.
Fully died in front of her even. And they're kind of in, not like the same space, but it was another, like, event where it was like, the president is here and we need to protect the president.
Yes, another
and
serious...
her partner died.
Yes.
Very good. Very good character.
Yes.
Very good writing.
But, like, to involve the artifact with it, though, and also amplify it, because it's the kind of thing where I'm like, we don't know what is the artifact manifesting him into the real world, and what is Micah just, like, genuinely...
thinking of him.
Yes. Like, her having this experience just, like, actually.
Yeah.
I think
As a
that's
PTSD thing.
very interesting to me.
I agree, and it's a good choice that they did for that, to have her have that artifact and not Pete.
Yes.
Because they could have done Pete, but they didn't. They chose Micah, which is awesome.
I don't know if I brought this up, but Pete knows constellations.
Oh, because he used to. That was in the scene when they were talking about her family, that her family and his family, that he would always go camping with his dad.
Yes.
And they would look at the stars and the constellations and all that. Great characters. Great characters. Love.
The only thing I think of is Lena and Artie. I'm like, how long has Artie been here on his lonesome? Like, because I think that he has been preparing for people like Pete and Micah to show up forever. I think he's been, for years, he has been, like, constructing jokes and lines in his head.
And baking cookies from scratch.
He's like, when I'm...
That's practice.
When I am made to work with new agents again, I have to be prepared to have everything...
ready.
Yes, and I think that's part of why it's so great that he's so weird. I think it adds to, like, his weird... You can tell that he's, like... trying just a little too hard.
And he's so, like, antisocial in that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Lena, I wish we got more Lena, because Lena is an amazing character. Love Lena.
I have a feeling we're going to keep saying I wish we got more Lena.
And that's the truth.
Spoilers.
We have seen this show before. Just saying. This is the second time watching it. Oh well.
She is great in this episode.
She is great. She's great. She's great in every episode. That's why I wish we got more Lena, because she really is an amazing character.
Yes. I can't wait to see more of her eventually.
I agree. Well, we haven't been introduced to my personal favorite character yet. We have to wait until, like, episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Love her.
Hey.
Many characters.
Don't say too much.
Yeah. No spoilers. No spoilers for this show that's been out for 11 years.
11 years. I don't even know, because we have it on DVD. We watch it on DVD. I'm not even quite sure where else you can watch it.
We watched it on Freevee. Amazon.
Okay.
Freevee. But it was with ads. But I'm sure you could pay for it without ads. Obviously.
Yeah.
Because of capitalism.
I bet you can acquire it somewhere.
Well, we bought the
full
set at Walmart. Like, it was just sitting there at Walmart.
It wasn't even that expensive. I'm surprised it was at Walmart, because I've never heard of this show outside. That's why we want to do this podcast, because we never hear anybody talk about the show ever.
But we love it. So much.
Yes.
It's an amazing, beautiful, show-stopping, never before seen, never seen again show.
It's the moment.
It is the moment. And it is the moment. Commentary.
It's art.
It's fashion. It's characters. It's plot. It's beautiful sets. It's beautiful costumes. It's fucking beautiful props. The props.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a kind of a shit dive in season 5. Not gonna lie, but it's seasons 1 through 4. Slaying. Popping their pussies. Let's be for real. I think that's kind of it, though. We talked about plot, we talked about the characters, we kind of talked about the world.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Well, thank you for
listening to this long description of
it was basically there was some discussion.
There was definitely discussion.
I bet we'll get better at the discussion.
Yeah.
For sure.
This was just the pilot. We'll be better.
It's our pilot, too.
Heart emoji. But that's it.
That's all, folks.
That's all.
We probably won't upload podcast episodes at any consistent rate at all.
No.
Because...
First of all, school's going to start again soon. We can maybe get, like, 1 more before school starts.
Yes. And it's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
It's just for fun. It's just for funsies. #funsies.
But I can't wait.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hello. Thank you for listening to the What the Hell is Warehouse 13 podcast.
If you would like to find us online on any social media accounts, we have a Tumblr at WTH is WH13. What the hell is Warehouse 13, of course. We might make another social account somewhere if we feel
It's necessary.
yeah, but no one's listening to this yet, so we just made a little Tumblr. So if you want to say hi or anything at all, we'll have Ass Open over there. Asks, not ass. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.